Organizers are getting ready to welcome crowds to this year's biggest little fair in Ohio. The Harvest Home Fair kicks off Thursday, and here to talk about the annual West Side tradition, I like that spot up on that truck, and how this year the fair is going to give back in honor of our friend Tim Hedrick is none other than Mike LaRosa. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing great, Bob. How are you?
Great to see you. I'm
Thanks
doing great. Thanks for coming in. Really, over the last couple of years, LaRosa's has gotten more and more involved in the fair. Why?
Well, I've been a member of the Cheviot Westwood Kiwanis for a few years, and it's such a wonderful organization.
Yeah.
Hundreds of volunteers that are really doing everything they can to make the west side of Cincinnati and the important organizations that develop our kids, to make them thrive. And the fair and the parade is an important part of the focus of all the volunteers.
You know, and that's the thing. A lot of people, when I think about the fair, they think about the fun. They think about the parade, and they've got a little, I think, a 1 mile run they're doing before the parade this year, and of course all the festival fun. But it really means so much more than that with how Kiwanis gives back.
That's right, and this year especially so because we're honoring the legacy of Tim Hedrick, the Weather Authority. Tim was a great friend of the parade and the fair for many years, broadcasting live and everything. And this year, a portion of the proceeds that are raised, we're going to directly give to one of Tim's favorite charities, which is Cancer Family Care, which was important to him and his family. Yeah,
well, and it's the kind of thing that on the West Side that we like to think, and it was sort of West Side guys, it's just sort of what the West Side does. We sort of look out for our own, and though Tim wasn't from the West Side, he spent a lot of time there and lived on the West Side, of course, as well. When you guys talked about doing this in Tim's honor, how quickly were you able to make the decision? I got to guess when somebody brought it up, there was a, I'll second that, pretty quickly.
Yeah, Tony Upton, who's one of the chair organizers, it was his idea, his brainchild, and everybody rallied around it because it's just the right thing to do. We kind of look at it as sort of the pinnacle event of this year. There have been a lot of grilling for Tim events all year long.
Sure.
But we're looking at the fair as a pinnacle fundraising event for something that was important to Tim. So we're really honored to do it.
And will the money raised for Tim, is that just going to come from ticket sales directly, or how's it going to work?
Well,
do we know yet?
It's everything. There's a $5 admission price to get to the fair. And this is a fair. I mean, this isn't like your neighborhood festival.
Right.
The fair has agriculture in place.
Got the 4-H kids and everything.
There's horticulture with the flower show. There's animal exhibits where kids are competing with their livestock. There's a tremendous horse show.
Yeah.
That I know as a kid, my sister had a horse, and she competed in the horse show. We used to go up and watch her do that. There's a live entertainment stage where we have headline acts all weekend long.
Yeah.
Some great bands. There's an art show, a flower show, lots to do for kids, carnival rides and games and all that, as well as all the food that we have to offer. So there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
If you haven't been out to the Harvest Home Fair, I encourage you to come out. It's a great time.
It is a great time, and I'll see you in the parade, yeah?
I'll be there, yeah.
All right, I'll be there too.
All right, Bob.
Mike, a pleasure to see you, and thanks for what you do in the community.
You're welcome.
The biggest little fair in Ohio runs from September 8th to the 11th in Cheviot.